Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back. Today we'll be ranking the easiest map in every Treyarch Zombies game from World at War to Black Ops Cold War. We are going to be basing these picks off of high rounds and Easter eggs, and with all that out of the way with, let's just jump right into it. Now for our first game, we have World at War. The easiest map on this game is going to Shi No Numa. The only reason that I'm putting Shi No Numa above Der Riese, even though Der Riese has a pack-a-punch, is because of how broken Shi No Numa is. This map is notorious for having incredibly short rounds because past round 40, there are only 24 zombies that spawn on each round, with a wonder weapon that does infinite damage and a trap that kills more than a full horde almost instantly. Shi No Numa is definitely much easier than the tight corridors in Verrückt or the super slow and bare bones zombies experience on Nacht. Some could argue that Der Riese is easier because of the pack-a-punch, better usage of traps, and the easier map layout, but the wonder weapon can remove your jug, which for any high round on zombies, especially when it comes to World at War, is almost essential. None of the World at War maps have a coherent Easter egg, meaning that the way that we rank on how easy each of these maps are going to be is solely based off of high rounds for this game, and Shi No Numa definitely delivers. Whenever you ask your friends what's the highest round they ever gotten to in zombies, and they say 300, make sure it wasn't on World at War Shi No Numa, because 300 on this map is like getting to round 50 on any other zombies map that isn't in World at War. Coming up next, we have Black Ops 1, and the easiest map by far in this game is going to the greatest zombies map of all time, Kino der Toten Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1 in general has a lot of hard maps like Call of the Dead, Shangri-La, 5, even Moon to some extent. The only competitor with Kino is Ascension, and although Ascension does have an overall easier map layout with all sorts of areas that you can train at, it also has the monkeys, which makes it a lot more difficult for those max ammo rounds. I think when it comes to playing solo zombies, Kino is the easier map, but if you choose to play co-op with more than one player, Ascension will be an easier map. Ascension does also have an Easter egg, which technically makes it slightly harder than Kino, even though the Ascension Easter egg is pretty easy. Kino does have multiple traps that you can use, both near the stage and the back alley. They are in good spots and are really effective, especially the fire trap. You have the thunder gun, which can keep you safe at all times, and you also have dog rounds, which go by really fast, are incredibly easy, and provide you with max ammos. When it comes to Black Ops 1, depending on how many people you play with, you can make an argument that Ascension or Kino is the easiest map. Overall though, Kino is going to be your best bet for high rounds. Moving into our next game, we have Black Ops 2, and the easiest map in Black Ops 2 is surprisingly going to Mob of the Dead. When it comes to difficulty, a lot of maps in Black Ops 2 are pretty average. Origins, for example, is really easy when it comes to high rounds, but the Easter egg can be somewhat challenging. Mob of the Dead does have somewhat difficult high rounds as well, but the difficulty isn't based on the map being hard. It's difficult because of the time it takes to get to those higher rounds. You have no dog rounds and slow zombie spawns, making it really slow to get to high rounds compared to a lot of other zombie maps. But at the same time, you also have really good traps like the acid trap and the fan trap, a really good wonder weapon as well like the vitrolic withering, and one of the best equipment being the tomahawk. With these three, you are really safe for getting into higher rounds, but the strategy isn't the most effective. Mob of the Dead also has an Easter egg, which for the most part is also really easy. Mob has one of the easiest Easter eggs in COD Zombies, as the whole premise is going to pack a punch 4 to 5 times, inserting some codes, and then you're pretty much done. I never enjoyed the steps for this Easter egg all too much because they were incredibly easy compared to other zombie maps, but they still played an important role for the Ether storyline as well as the main storyline that's being told on the map. Overall, when it comes to Black Ops 2, a lot of maps are really easy when it comes to higher rounds like Origins, Buried, and Die Rise, but only one stands out as being the easiest when it comes to high rounds and Easter eggs, and that map is Mob of the Dead. Now, moving into our next game, we have Black Ops 3. The easiest map by far in Black Ops 3 is going to Revelations. Pretty much every map is equal when it comes to difficulty in this game because of alternate ammo types and gobblegums. So we have to base the difficulty on the Easter eggs, which in Black Ops 3 aren't that easy. You have difficult Easter eggs like Gorod Krovi and even Shadows of Evil when it comes to the flagstep. I'm not going to be counting the Giant as a map for Black Ops 3 because it's a remake from World at War, and I want to stick with the maps that are in the game. That leaves us with Revelations. Now, with this map, the Easter egg is fairly easy compared to others in Black Ops 3. Although it did take a while to find the main Easter egg, the process is pretty much the same as Shadows of Evil, especially when it comes to the boss fights. Not only is the Easter egg really easy, but the high rounds are almost a joke on this map. You have so many good traps: the Keeper Guardian, the upgradable Apothicon Servant, the Thunder Gun, Ragnaroks, alternate ammo types, gobblegums, and a Dragon Shield. If you aren't able to get to round 100 on this map, I don't know if you ever will on any other map. In all seriousness though, Revelations is the easiest map in Black Ops 3, both when it comes to the Easter egg because of the simple but not straightforward steps, and the high rounds are also really easy because of all the things that you have at your disposal. The easiest map in Black Ops 4 is going to Alpha Omega. Now, in Black Ops 4, almost every map is really difficult. The high rounds can be reached pretty easily because of the Helion Salvo, but the Easter eggs are really difficult. Void to Despair and Blood of the Dead were some of the first two maps on launch, and they have an incredibly difficult Easter egg. When it comes to Alpha Omega, the Easter egg is hard, but compared to other maps in this game, it is by far the easiest. The high rounds are also fairly easy on this map as well. There is a strat that involves using the Ethereal Razor perk and a ballistic knife that makes high rounds really fast and easy. While I don't personally like Alpha Omega as much as some of the other maps, it has a lot of elements that make it the easiest map in this game. The worst part is that I would never include this map in my top 10 for easiest maps of all time, because even though it is the easiest map on Black Ops 4, there are just so many other maps in zombies that are much easier. Overall, when it comes to Alpha Omega, due to the easy high rounds with the ballistic knife strat and the scuffed version of the Gorod Krovi Easter egg, it makes for a really easy experience compared to other maps in Black Ops 4. And for our last game, we have Cold War. Now, when it comes to Cold War, the easiest map is going to Forsaken. A lot of maps in this game are fairly easy. You can make the argument that all of the maps in Cold War are equally the same when it comes to difficulty, just because of the Cold War systems. When it comes to Forsaken, however, it is slightly easier than a lot of the others that Cold War has to offer. All of these small details on this map, like the Pack-a-Punch room, the No Man's Land type of area, and the Wonder Weapon, all make Forsaken an easier map when it comes to high rounds. First of all, when it comes to Cold War, you have all the score streaks, which makes this map a lot easier, but Forsaken also has the Crystal Axe and the Ray Gun, which are the two best and personally my favorite when it comes to Black Ops Cold War. The Pack-a-Punch room also doesn't have any zombies. If you ever need a short break from the never-ending horde, you can always head up there. When it comes to the Easter egg on this map, it is by far the easiest on Cold War as well. The steps can be done fairly easy and fairly fast. The entire Easter egg is literally just building a robot to get to the boss fight, and once you reach the boss fight, if you have the right loadout and weapons, it can be done pretty easily as well. All you have to do is shoot 3 weak points, then use the turrets on each weak point, and you're done. There really isn't much to this boss fight. Overall, when it comes to Black Ops Cold War, a lot of the maps could have been this high up because a lot of the Cold War maps are pretty easy. I decided to put Forsaken here though because of the super easy high rounds with the No Man's Land type of area, the Crystal Axe, and the Ray Gun, as well as having a super easy Easter egg that doesn't take too much thought to complete. Anyways guys, that's going to wrap up the video for today. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, do all that, leave your comments down below if you want to see me do any other type of content. Check down the description as well for more zombie related videos, and yeah, I got nothing much else to say, so peace.